Storytime. So I used to work for the USPS. I started working for them back in 2016 and I recently left in 2023. I decided to leave because, first off, I did not intend on working there for 6 years, but I just got caught up with everything that I was doing. I got caught up in making some decent money. The money is pretty decent, more than most jobs, and the benefits are great. So, anyways, working for the USPS, I worked there for 6 years, and at the beginning, it wasn't so bad. I used to work 12-hour shifts. First off, when I first started working there, I could not remember which day was what, because you work for 12 hours, and at that time I was a non-career employee, so I worked 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. And I had started during the peak season, right before Christmas and right before Thanksgiving. And so during that time, they need a lot of help. So you are literally going to be working 10 to 12 hours a day. And literally, when you get off, it's just going to be nothing but eat and sleep. You're going to be so tired and exhausted from everything that you do there. So my first year was not that bad working for them. The money was really, really good, especially working 6 days, 12-hour shifts. The money was good. But I would probably say my second to third year, I just started to get really miserable and depressed due to everything that I was going through. And the job management is very poor. And I would say that it is very poor where I was. I dealt with a lot of things. I dealt with discrimination. I dealt with, management just not knowing what to do. They, hire within the company. They don't hire management when it comes to outsiders. They really want people to work their way up, and I feel like that is the problem, because a lot of them are not qualified for what they do. Where I worked, the management was just really, really poor. The people that are in management are not qualified for what they do. One thing I can say about that job, that it doesn't matter if you don't have a degree or not. They will bump you up if you are trying to get into management. All you have to do is just talk to a few people and you will be able to work your way up. Honestly, I feel like it's good and bad, because some people just aren't qualified for what they do. And I won't say that it is the entire company, but I feel like that they need to do better when it comes to who is in management and are they qualified and how can they potentially help the business. I wish that the company would do better when it comes to treating their employees with dignity and showing human beings respect, because I dealt with a lot while I was working there. And that was the job that I was telling you guys about a while ago, that literally, like, I woke up one morning and I could not take a shower to go to work, basically. And I knew that it was my time to go, because God had literally stopped me in my tracks. I could not, like, that was my last day. I never went back. I had dealt with so many things while I was there. Honestly, after my second year there, I had really became depressed. I was really miserable. That was the job that really made me feel suicidal, and it was because I felt stuck there. I feel like in this world we live in, they make people think that you have to have a 9 to 5 job, and 9 to 5 jobs are not for everyone. It is definitely not for me. I believe that it is a stepping stone to get to where you want to be in life. And now, I am not saying that everyone on this earth is not supposed to work a 9 to 5, because honestly, some people like 9 to 5 jobs. It just wasn't for me. There were times that I was there that I felt like I was in the streets. I did not feel like I was in a professional setting. One time I even had a manager walk up to me like she was going to do something, and I had to call the police on her. That's how serious it got for me. I don't know people. I don't know what you are going to do. And I'm afraid for my life, especially when I am supposed to be in a professional setting. I am supposed to be at work. So I want everyone to be professional. And in that business, management, it's just poor management, especially where I was. Management was just not qualified. No, entrepreneurship is not for everybody, because when you think about it, we need people to work these jobs. We need people to stock groceries. We need people to be doctors, lawyers. We need these kinds of things. So I'm not saying that everyone is equipped for entrepreneurship, because everyone is not. Some people are okay with working a 9 to 5, but like I said, a 9 to 5 is just not for me. And I knew that I should not have been there for so long, but you live and you learn. Not only was management poor where I was, but everyone seemed to gossip about so many things, and there are so many people. Like, I felt like I was back in high school, and it was really sad because a lot of people that were gossiping so much were over 40, and I just expect more from those people. How I was raised, you get older and you get wiser and you get more mature, but obviously that does not work in some cases. And some people are just who they are. Some people just like to gossip, and I don't like to be around those kinds of things, especially when I'm at work. I don't want to hear about other people's business. It's just unprofessional to me. So even in my personal life, when I would go places, and you know how you have conversations with people and you're just talking to them about your life, where you work. Every time I told somebody that I worked for that company, literally so many people had so many bad things to say. People know of family members that work there. People know of friends that work there. And everybody has something negative to say. And it is just really, really sad. Even different things that I read online, carriers being attacked by animals, just different things like that. They don't feel like that company really represents them or really cares about them. And they should, because we are human beings. We are not just here to make money. You should care about our lives. Like I said, I was not intending on working there for the 6 years that I was there. Honestly, I had wanted to leave sooner, but I felt like I was stuck. I felt like I would not be able to get another job that pays as much as they do. Sometimes you feel stuck. And with me feeling that way, I just really got depressed. I really felt miserable. And it really came to the point where, I was suicidal at times. Second, I really should have left because management was just really, really poor. And, I did not feel like anybody had my back, even the union. They have a union there, but for my craft, the union just was not good. And even when I would file grievances, I felt like the grievances I filed, they went nowhere. Even when I would file different things on management, I felt like they went nowhere. Management was just really, really poor to me. Management bullied me, mainly for the entire time I was there. And it just got to a point where I just started to get miserable and depressed. And really, the old me would have been ready to fight. But, I am older now. I'm not trying to fight people. I'm grown. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. There are so many things that I want to do with my life. And I just needed to leave there. I needed to leave there because management was just very unprofessional. But what can you expect from people that are not qualified for what they do? So it definitely got to a point for me after my great aunt passed last year. I literally had just called it quits. I knew that I could not do it anymore. I woke up one morning and I could not go to work, and I knew that that was God just telling me that that was it for me. That was it for me. I have had my fair share with everything that I was dealing with, and that was the end of that chapter of my life. And I am so happy because that whole situation just taught me to really walk boldly in who I am and go for what I am trying to do in life. I am thankful for them helping me in my life. It was a stepping stone for me to grow, and now I'm ready for something more. I've learned so much about myself, especially because of working for that company. I've learned that I'm tough. I'm not taking any of the bull. I'm not taking people bullying me. I don't care who you are, and I just feel like that companies should care more about their employees and treat them better. Like I said, everyone probably knows somebody, a family, a friend that works there, and people don't have anything positive to say. The only thing that I would say for me is that, the money was definitely good and the benefits are great. And it was definitely a stepping stone for me in my life to just move up. And so I am thankful for that. But that whole situation just showed me, that I am powerful and I am moving up in life. I want to be great, and I want to start a positive movement for everyone. But let me say this again: entrepreneurship is not for everyone, and it is okay. It is okay. We are all different people. We all come from all different walks of life. We all have different values. We were raised different. We have different mindsets. We have different goals. But one thing that we all have in common is that God created all of us, and we are here to help people. We are here to be positive and to just move forward in life and to grow in every aspect of our life. I am about growing spiritually, financially, mentally, emotionally, physically. I want to grow in every aspect of my life, and I pray that you guys do the same.